Kia ora, I'm Miriam Makamo. For thousands of lockdown families, just getting enough food on the table right now can be tough. Enter the Sikhs, a community who believes it's their duty to help other Kiwis in a time of need. Across the country, Sikh temples have been transformed into vaccination centres and grocery warehouses where the food is offered free. But with thousands of parcels being handed out every day, why isn't our government stepping in to help the Sikhs help us? Tamatiri Mini-Sproat reports.
Takanini, 3 weeks into Auckland's COVID lockdown, and hundreds upon hundreds of families are queuing for food.
We were expecting 500, but we served 700 families yesterday.
They're in need, and many are scared.
What if I'm out and I get COVID and I don't know, and then my whole family gets it?
People coming en masse to the Supreme Sikh Temple.
This is the place where they can go if they are in need.
Run by, supported by, and funded by the Sikh community.
It's open to all, every New Zealander, and everyone is welcome.
Pippa Luke lives in Manurewa.
Hey boys, are you guys hungry?
She's a solo mum, 4 rangatahi dependent on her.
How difficult has this lockdown been for you and the people that you need to provide for?
Yeah, it is difficult to get out and make sure that there's enough food. Mentally it's difficult because they can't go to school and we're not doing our normal.
Feeding her boys is a challenge at the best of times.
To be honest, I can't afford fruit and veggies. And whatever good stuff I have, I make sure that they have. Sometimes I don't eat because I just made sure that they were fed.
How hard has it been to access kind of food to provide for?
Very hard because it's hard to leave the kids home all the time, and then getting to the supermarket, the line is huge.
There's a lot to worry about.
My doctor's put me on blood pressure pills, so it's tough, and I do struggle to sleep because of my anxiety.
Then there's her son, Shiloh, 14. He's immunocompromised, making going to get food extra risky.
I do worry about that. Sorry. Just the thought of it. And Shiloh, I'm just worried about him getting hurt the most.
We've spoken to 4 food aid agencies across Auckland. They're all saying the same things. Demand is going through the roof. Enter the Sikhs. I'm going to start with a really hard question first. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Can I get your full name?
Daljit Singh.
From the North Indian province of Punjab to the South Auckland province of Papatoetoe, Daljit's been here for 32 years. He's a proud New Zealander and a proud Sikh.
You not have to be born as a Sikh, so anyone can become a Sikh. The Sikhism basic principle is to share with others. It means like whatever you earn, you put 10% of your income for good deeds.
Sikhism is one of Aotearoa's fastest growing religions, with over 50,000 believers nationwide.
This is a selfless service. We're not after anything. And our aim is to serve to the community, and community support us.
Good evening. If you're just joining our coverage, the country is reeling from a mass shooting in Christchurch.
When there is need, the Sikhs are quick to mobilise, like they did after the Christchurch mosque attacks.
We immediately called our Sikh Gurdwaras in Christchurch to help the victims through food and if they need any kind of other assistance, and raised $71,000 for the victims.
When COVID hit our shores last year and the first lockdown tightened its grip, Daljit had an idea.
I actually was in the Gurdwara that time, and I find that we have about 100 bottle of milks in the container, and then we have some fresh vegetables. I thought, why are we going to rubbish that? Why not we can use this?
Within a week, he had the beginnings of a food aid service working out of the Gurdwara, the Sikh temple.
We started with 200 food parcel, and time came when we started to 2,500 food parcels a day. So we done about more than 100,000 food parcels in the very first lockdown.
But nothing could have prepared the Sikhs for this latest lockdown.
So once this lockdown started, and we prepared 2,000 food parcels, but we were not aware that the demand is that grown. So approximately 5,000 people came on the road with the cars to take the food parcels. So then I actually called the police to please come and help us.
Pepe and her family were caught up in the chaos that day.
Oh, I was devastated. I asked one of the Sikh guys, I said, what happened? And they said, oh, the police have shut us down. You just have to go home and wait. I asked a police lady, I said, what's going on? Why are you doing this? And they said, oh, there's too much traffic.
The Sikhs had to do something fast, so they got organised.
Sure, I'm sending you a text message. Just show the text on the gate and then you can collect your parcel.
A booking system was started so people could order a food parcel online and a time to collect it in safety. Today, 500 families have made appointments.
Hello.
Including Peppa.
Peppa,
Yeah.
you've just got your box. How is this going to help your family?
A lot.
Yeah?
It's going to go a few days.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It's going to help quite a lot.
yeah, it will do.
Hungry boys, eh?
Oh, yeah, definitely hungry boys.
But Daljit is expecting even more to show up.
Your phone must be going crazy.
It's all day and night. In one single night, I have received 325 text messages, 275 emails, people asking for food.
The food, money, and the resources needed are enormous.
So we've got an example box here. Can you tell me what's in these boxes?
Yeah, each boxes actually have at least 12 to 13 items. So we have actually a loaf of bread and 2 liter fresh milk.
Fresh milk's important.
Must be with every food parcels. These are items like these salads, and then we have a lettuce and bananas and carrots, apples.
Wow. Where is the food coming from?
We have people in the group from Sikh growers who are in Chipuki. They bring in kiwi fruit. And same in Napier, we have friends who helping us with the apples. We have very generous grower in Pukikui, who is also Sikh, who is helping us with cucumbers from day one.
And it's not just food. The Sikhs have partnered up with a local pharmacy for vaccinations too.
How many vaccinations have you?
So far, we've done about 200
200 people?
since we started at 10 o'clock.
I think, working with the ethnic communities is about easy access, that people can come to a place that they trust and they know well.
So where is the government in all this? Do you think it's acceptable that any Kiwi should be struggling to put food on the table in a lockdown?
No, it is not acceptable.
Priyanka Radhakrishnan, Associate Minister of Social Development.
Through the Food Network, working with a number of food hubs that know how to reach their communities, we feel is a good way to get food to those who need it.
Are you doing enough to support those communities in need? And could you do more?
We are constantly reviewing the situation. MSC, I know, is in contact with a number of those food organisations, food hubs, as the Food Network calls them, of which the Supreme Sikh Society is one. And they have been funded through the Food Network, which, of course, as I mentioned, is supported by MSD funding. So from what we're hearing, there is a surge in demand. We are aware of that.
That demand is so high. Is that an indicator to you that something is seriously wrong with the system?
We're doing everything we can to ensure that we meet that demand. And as I mentioned, we are reviewing it and we'll look to see if there's further support that's needed.
But for the families lining up in Takarini, support is needed right now. Luckily for them, the Sikhs are there to fill the gap.
So to serving the country, it's something making us feeling proud. Okay. And whenever New Zealand needs us, we will be there.
And food anxiety is something that's being experienced across the country. If you need help, the Ministry of Social Development says to call their 0800 number. And if you want to donate to the Takanini Gurdwara, details are on our Facebook page. Well, next, the startup founder and a bizarre tale of blood, lies, and money.